basis to find permanent housing for trailer residents who still need help. On Monday, FEMA starts the process of repossessing trailers. As we get close. Good evening, I'm Val Bracy. Jennifer is off tonight. We're creeping up on 4 years since Katrina, and FEMA says time's up for trailers. The deadline passed for people to give up their trailers, but some 2,000 of them still sit on lots across the state. Fox 8's First Tonight, Sandra Gonzalez.
Fox 8 News.
We did find a few people who say they still don't have a place to go. FEMA says it's working with the LRA on a case-by-case basis to find permanent housing for trailer residents who still need help. On Monday, FEMA starts the process of repossessing trailers. As we get closer to hurricane season, insurance premiums are rising. They're up 3% nationwide, according to the Insurance Information Institute. Some insurers, like Allstate and State Farm, raised rates to offset last year's costs from Gustav and Ike. In all, insurers doled out $26 billion in claims. The companies also say they're getting hit hard by the nationwide economic crisis. Hundreds of people came out to raise awareness about Louisiana's natural hurricane protection system. Irma Thomas rocked the crowds at a rally in Waldenburg Park today. The America's Wetlands Foundation says more than 17 miles of coast erode each year. Organizers say they hope people attending today's event will spread the word about protecting Louisiana's first line of defense against storms. Tomorrow, the event continues in Terrebonne Parish, where hundreds of boats will travel from across South Louisiana and converge at the Houma Downtown Marina for a public concert that is free, and it starts at noon. A 5-mile stretch of I-55 is shut down tonight in both directions. Around noon, an 18-wheeler carrying CO2 crashed and rolled over. State troopers shut down the interstate from Kentwood south to the Tangipahoa exit. The CO2 is being transferred to another truck, and that has to be done carefully because CO2 can draw oxygen out of the air. There were no other vehicles involved in the crash. The driver of the truck is okay. I-55, we're told, should be open around 10 o'clock tonight. A day after 48 hours of violence in New Orleans, community leaders are trying to find some solutions for the city's ongoing problem. The New Orleans Social Aid and Pleasure Club Task Force held its annual resource picnic at the park by the zoo known as The Fly. The purpose of the picnic is to provide parents and kids with the resources to keep them on the right path.
We have major concerns about crime, and part of the crimes that's been impacting the city is that people are disenfranchised and they find other means to support themselves.
The event offered information on jobs, health care, housing, and educational resources. The U.S. Defense Secretary issued a strong warning to a defiant North Korea. Secretary Robert Gates says the U.S. will consider it a threat if North Korea transfers nukes to other countries or terrorist groups. South Korea thinks the North might be moving a long-range missile to a launch site. North Korea already detonated 2 test nukes, plus it launched a rocket that might be able to reach Japan and possibly the United States.
We will not us.
Today, Gates met with leaders from South Korea and Japan. He's trying to encourage them to consider tougher sanctions on North Korea. The state tries to avoid the troubles it had after Hurricane Gustav last year. Hear how you can sign up for some disaster assistance before a storm. Plus, doctors make a breakthrough in treating one type of cancer.
You're watching Fox 8 News.
Several dozen incoming Xavier students started getting a feel for their new community this morning. They walked several blocks of Pigeon Town, picking up trash and knocking on doors to hand out hurricane evacuation pamphlets and other information. The project is part of Xavier's new student orientation weekend. They call it Lanyap. Researchers think they've found a new way to treat a deadly skin cancer. Doctors gave patients a drug that trains the immune system to fight the cancer. They found some people who took the vaccine did better over time and their tumors shrank. The results came out this weekend at a cancer conference in Orlando. Oh, bless low humidity. I love it.
Good hair days.
Yes, there you go.
In May.
Thanks, Nikandra. New Orleans' #1 quarterback brought some hot musical acts to town tonight for a good cause.
She changed her mind somewhere near Dallas.
Artists like Junior Brown, Chubby Checker, and Little Richard took to the stage at the New Orleans Arena tonight. The concert raised money for the Breeze Dream Foundation. Dubbed the Domino Effect, tonight's event also paid tribute to Fats Domino.
LA Lakers, their 30th all-time NBA Finals appearance. So,
would that be a first for Orlando to make it?
no, they made it back when Shaquille O'Neal was there, actually. So,
Oh, yeah, way back.
Way back when, yeah.
I was too young to remember that. Thank you, Sean. That's the news. Thanks for watching. Nancy, we're about 7 miles or so from the crash site, but it actually takes about